What's up guys, my name is Potato and this is number 3 of my 9 Dragon Priest guides. In this guide I'll show you the steps you need to take to get to Morokei's mask. Unlike the first 2 guides, to get to this one you're going to need to get to one of the last few quests given from the College of Winterhold. Once you're on the quest, the Staff of Magnus, you'll be required to travel to Labyrinthian, a dungeon located just southeast of Morthal. Upon arriving at Labyrinthian, be prepared to go up against a few frost trolls outside. They'll be hiding in little cubbyholes too, so watch out for that. Before going inside the dungeon, I want to point out the center of this area is where we'll be returning after we get all 8 masks. You'll find a note next to a skeleton talking about some bandits who killed a man who's trying to understand how the wooden mask works. Make sure to pick up the wooden mask as you'll need it later on. The mask does nothing outside this little area, but we'll get more into that once we get all the others. Before entering, you'll see the spirit of Savos. Before he was Archmage, him and his peers ventured into here to obtain the Staff of Magnus. Spoiler alert, but everyone but Savos dies within here, so you'll be periodically graced with their presence as they stop to bitch about another person dying.
Let's just get inside, see what's in there.
There's nothing special about the first part of the dungeon until you walk into the first open room, in which a skeleton dragon will emerge. Along with this dragon, there is around a dozen assorted skeletons that will also come into play on the outside areas. Now since they're just skeletons, they'll go down pretty easy, but I suggest concentrating on the dragon and the magic users first. I just sat in the back and sniped them. In the next room you'll be bombarded with this mysterious voice that drains all of your magicka. Now I assume that this is the voice of Morokei, as he's a dragon priest and the voice is speaking in the tongue of dragons, but I could be wrong. You'll notice that your path is blocked by a door sealed of ice. If your brain hasn't started ticking yet, you'll need to equip the spell of flames to melt it away. For those who don't know the spell, they've conveniently placed a tome that's on the pedestal near the door. As you head in further, there will be a few Deathlords just chilling around. Be mindful of these because you don't want to get overwhelmed with more than one of these fighting you at once. You'll come up on a fork on the road soon, one path blocked by a gate that has a novice level lock and one open. I took the gate pathway. When you arrive in the room that has some gated windows, be cautious because there will be a troll waiting for you in there. He'll be hiding on the right side of the wall, and after you kill him, take that path to exit the room. After taking out a few more skeleton guards, if you take the bridge over to the left side, you'll find more trolls guarding a room that has a ton of nightshade in it. Honestly, there's a ton of nightshade in this dungeon. It's a rare plant, so make sure to grab all of it, since there's a quest in Riften, if I remember right, of a girl who needs about 20 of them, so stock up on them now. When you get to the back end of this room, you'll come across a graveyard of wisps. For us range folk, just hang out in the back and kill the wisp mother from a distance. This will cause all the other wisps to die. After her is another sealed door, this time with a fire element, so bust out your frostbite, which you can also find again next to the door. From this point on, you'll be fighting spectral versions of Draugr. You can try sniping them out from the trapdoor like I did, or just walk around until you get down to their level. When you kill the one guarding a door with a dog, be mindful of the next room. It's guarded by soul gem turrets, with a deadly trio of them in the back that shoot a multitude of spells, the most annoying being Fireball. The easiest way to get rid of these is just to hit them down with arrows. If you can get close enough, you can also just steal the gems to stop the spells. Take out the center one as fast as you can, and then worry about the others. If you run just straight through, you'll trip the shock runes on the ground along with being blasted by all the other soul gems. Just take your time and be wary of your surroundings. Further in, you'll come across another spectral Deathlord on a throne guarding a word wall. After killing him, make sure to grab that word since slow time is pretty awesome. Quickly after that, you'll finally make it into the room with Morokei in it. As most of my fans have already seen, I took this fella out in 2 arrows. I suggest using a bow since he won't notice you if you stay crouched while shooting him. Even if you have a low sneak level, you can still use this strategy, so hang near the door and fire away. For those of you who don't like using bows or just don't have one, Morokei uses a series of lightning attacks, so bring some shock protection. I don't suggest running in with a sword and shield unless you do have a good amount of shock protection, since lightning attacks are super quick and near impossible to dodge. Morokei's mask gives you 100% magicka regen. Now that's pretty darn good for mages. Combine that with the Archmage's robes that you get soon after this, and that's 200% faster magicka regen. Hopefully this guide has helped you get through this dungeon and grab our 3rd Dragon Priest mask. If it has, or you just enjoyed watching this guide, why not give that like button a tickle and perhaps favorite this bad boy for future viewing. That's all for now. Thanks again for watching another Skyrim Insider.